Well, good Monday morning, everybody. What a great weekend we had at TLC, didn't we? Ian Pitter leading in worship, the Kukua Christmas concert, and I want to reveal the latest grand total from our food drive in a moment. But first, people from the food bank ask me, wow, Rene, what makes your congregation so generous? And I told them, well, I have a theory, and it's this. I think you don't even think about being generous. Here's what I mean. A man I know once compiled a list of all 1,300 verses in the Bible on generosity. And then he categorized each one, and he expected the vast majority to be about our obligation to give to God and to give to the poor. But he was completely surprised by what he actually found. It turns out the top category was not about our need to be generous to others. It was about God's generosity to us. Verse after verse spoke of how God lavishes us with his blessing. Like, for example, in Psalm 103, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies your soul with good things," and on it goes. When you meditate on that, on God's grace toward you in all of its manifestations, the salvation that restores you, the breath that sustains you, the wonders of God's creation all around you, the healing and comfort and forgiveness and hope that Jesus Christ gave us at the cross. When you meditate on that, then your generosity is just a reflex response to the grace of God that you live in all the time. See, true generosity doesn't come out of a sense of obligation alone. It comes out of joy. Somebody called this whole life generosity. Whole life generosity starts with having your imagination captured by all the rich blessings God pours out on you. And then, as the Bible says, we give because he first gave to us. Our giving is the reaction to the initial action, which is God's amazing grace. And one of the biggest blessings I have as a pastor is I get to see that in you in moments like what happened this past weekend. And that brings me to the food drive. We had the reveal in our services this past weekend. Our goal was $200,000, and our total was $513,725.07. Plus actual food donations, that adds up to $1,530,494 meals, over 1.5 million healthy meals. Man, I give God glory. That is astonishing. And what's really amazing to me is I feel like I barely mentioned the food drive this year. Again, I think that gift was part just of the natural overflow of God's grace in your lives. See, the guilt motive for giving always brings burden, and that's just not sustainable. The grace motive for giving and for living brings joy. And we always inevitably move toward what brings us joy or what we think will bring us joy. Here's what this is all about. Somebody said, stare at Jesus long enough and you'll become a giver. And when I see our church in moments like this last weekend, I see Jesus in you. I see kindness. I see generosity. I see love. I see the fruit of the Spirit. I see a focus on grace, which transforms first you and then the world. So let's keep becoming a community built on grace. Have a great day.